Give a shout out to Wealthy College Kid,
A Wealthy College Kid,
Wealthy College Kid,
Wealthy College Kid,
and Christianna.
Christianna Hurt.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I do try to like spice it up and switch it up as far as like just things that I feel like matter and things that I would want to know, and just, I don't know, like random ass shit that I Google. But as always, I'm Christianna Hurt. I'm a proud Wealthy College Kid. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you know when I upload. If you like me, I don't know about you, but like I'm about to be 25. I have no kids, which is cool. I mean, like with everything, I mean, obviously I want a baby in the future, but obviously I understand that, you know, you need another person, you know, and it needs to be healthy and it needs to not be toxic. So I don't know about you, but I definitely have been in a lot of toxic situations, relationships, whatever you want to call them. But I feel like a lot of us, like, we know what toxic is, but like I don't feel like we know the signs. I don't know, or maybe like we don't know if we're toxic, or maybe like we don't know if we're toxic. I don't know. I feel like it's an ongoing like conversation that I feel like nobody ever has. So I just like went on Google, 5 ways to identify a toxic person, and then 5 things to like ask yourself, if that makes sense. I feel like it is. So obviously number 1 is somebody that is endlessly critical and judgmental. I feel like sometimes this is like a double-edged sword. I feel like some people, like, they don't want to be critical, but they want to like help you be better, if that makes sense. But it can come across critical maybe in a non-toxic way, I guess. In a non-toxic way. But I don't feel like, you know, if you're trying to better somebody, you're critical of what they're doing every day if you've been with them a minute. Like, I feel like in the beginning, like, obviously you're not gonna be critical because it's not your problem. But I feel like in the growing future, you're gonna be like tad bit critical. Like, I don't know. I definitely don't judge people, so I guess if somebody's judging you, that is a really big sign that toxic. You feel worse after seeing them. Bruh. I can speak and attest to the fact that like you'll be like so thirsty to see somebody, and then like you do see them, and like within 5 minutes you're like, why did I even fucking come here? Like, I knew this was gonna be a bad idea. You feel like you have to defend yourself to another person all the time. Definitely. Like if you're constantly having to defend where you're going or where you've been, that definitely is toxic. I feel like you dread seeing them and they're manipulative. So my argument for as far as manipulation, I feel like manipulation is a term that we use very, very loosely, at least like in the people that I'm around, because I feel like people call me manipulative. But it's not that I'm manipulative, it's just that I feel like sometimes like I'm just not gonna argue. I feel like I get very, very passive aggressive. Like if you have an issue with me that I know you're gonna continuously put down my throat, I'm just going to avoid and remove myself from the situation. Like for instance, like I have like a total, it's 2019, I have a total of 4 broken iPhones just for this year. Did I raise my voice? Did I raise my phone? Did I do anything to cause a broken phone? No, I was on my phone. In fact, this phone is cracked because of that. I was on my phone while the person is yelling, and I don't want to participate in the conversation or the argument, so I sit on my phone. That's my way of like deflecting the problem, which is obviously why the phones get broken, because I'm not giving attention to the situation, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that. I just choose not to argue, especially if somebody's like raising their voice at me. I'm just not gonna go back and forth with you. Like, there's too many people in the world. And I'm a strong believer in the fact of like, I have a whole family that loves me. I have a whole friends that love me. I have all these people in my life that love me. If you don't, like, I'm not gonna let one person like make me feel less than, or one person like make me feel like I'm just not shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't do it. Like, I used to when I was like 18, but like now I'm just like, all right, bye. It's been great. And that's a big reason of like why I'm alone now, because like if I see any red flags, and a lot of people ask me this, big red flags for me are lack of ambition, lack of work ethic, lack of masculinity. If I said that right? Masculinity, that word. And what I mean by that is like, I can be a passenger as long as you can drive, but if you can't drive and I have to drive, then you have to know how to be a passenger. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to be a passenger as a man, because they feel like they have to be a driver because they're a man. And it's like, if you can't handle driving, you gotta like move to the side, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, like, in a sense. But I feel like a lot of people have an issue with that, or they're intimidated because, you know, I will go days like working, I will forget to eat, I won't see sunlight, like I will do whatever it takes to like make minds, and like you're always gonna be a side, like almost like a side bitch, a side cheating like scandal affair to like my grind. And that's nothing aside from the fact that, like, you know, I not only want to build, you know, for myself, but I'm building for us, I'm building for my family, I'm building for the last name that I still have, because you have not put a ring on it, so I'm still building for the last name that I have. Does that make sense? So for me, like, I'm just not gonna stop what I'm doing to help you build, you know, your rap career or build your business when I have a sustainable business. I have something that's made, you know, over $1 million. I'm focused on that. It's not that I don't believe in your dreams, it's just like, I'm not a cheerleader anymore. Like, I can't be a cheerleader, I have to work, you know what I mean? Or it's the same situation of like, I get a lot of situations now. I can cook. I don't know, I'm gonna actually put the picture right here. I can cook. I won pie championships. I've been on Food Network. I've been on a bunch of news channels in the local area, Daily Buzz, Fox 35. I've been on the Today Show a couple times. I've been on the Tony Danza Show for cooking. I can cook, I can clean, I can do all of that. But if I was up till 6 in the morning making videos, changing ads, trying to create a course, talking to leads, whatever the case may be, helping an employee or doing something to better my business, I am not making breakfast at 9 a.m. Like, let's be real. Like, if you know I was up all night, why would you be like, yo, you can't cook? Like, no, I can't cook. I'm like dead tired. Like, but I would never like put somebody in a situation where there's like no food in the house, or like if you're like, yo, I'm hungry, I mean, like, I'll buy food, like, you know what I mean? I'll make amends to like make the situation easier. But like, if I work all night, I just feel like I shouldn't have to like cook for somebody, like, especially if you're not paying the rent. Like, why should I be cooking? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't know how to be a woman. It's just in this situation, in my past situations, it's like I'm working all the time because either the person is just dumb, like my choice is just dumb. And I feel like my choice, a lot of people always ask me like how I get in these situations, and I feel like it has a lot to the fact of like, I try to believe in people's potential because somebody believed in my potential. I'm not gonna sit here like I woke up like where I am, you know? Like, I was a wing house girl, like I got fired, I had like negative $400 in my fucking bank account, bro. Like, I was broke as shit. And I never forget, like, buddy like texted me. Long story short, I got a text, I got a talk that was like, look, and I'll never forget this on everything I love. I will never forget this text message. Literally, that's like 2015, yeah. I was 20 years old. 20 years old, I am drinking, I'm probably doing drugs, I'm partying, I'm broke, I'm driving a Volkswagen. Like, I'm typical, can't afford a shot at the bar type of girl. But I'll never forget the message I got. I got home, it was raining. I was like mad sad because like the day had gone so bad with this boy, whatever. But he had got me, he had texted me and he was like, look, I understand for your age and where you're at and the type of people that you're around and the type of person that you may be right now. It's okay for your age. I'll never forget, it's okay for your age. It's okay for your age. You may want to party, go to school and work a job, and that's fine, but I'll never forget this. I want to build an empire. I want a girl who can build an empire and make millions of dollars every single year. And it's crazy because when I read that, I never forget, I texted back and I was like, I will do it. I just need time. Now, looking back now, the buddy was like, okay, whatever. But I never forget at that moment, like, you know, he's like, you got two choices. Like, either you can commit to this, or you can just get out the car, go home and work a job and like be with your friends. And like, I'll never forget, I was like, no, like, this is where I want to be. I want to do this. Like, what do I need to do? Like, literally all in. Like, I stopped drinking, I didn't smoke, I did not go out, I didn't see any of my friends. I didn't have any friends at that point. Like, I cut everybody off. I stopped going on trip because I used to take a flight like every 2 weeks to go party. Every 2 weeks I was on a plane, bitch. I was out partying. Anyway, I never forget, I cut all that. My friend didn't see me for like 2 years. Like, she doesn't even see me. The last time my girl saw me was before I got my boobs done. That's how bad it was. Like, my best friend in college met me at freaking student orientation, used to do my hair, my ride or die. Hasn't seen me since I got my tits. And that's not because, you know, anything aside from the fact of like, I committed not to him, not to anybody else but myself, and knowing like, okay, like I need to get my shit together, not for anybody else, but because like he's right, like it's okay if that's where I want to be, but I know that's not where I want to be. Like if somebody had sat me down, you're gonna be this, that, and the third, I would never have believed them, but I always knew that I would be successful. But I don't think that's toxic. I don't think that situation was toxic. I feel like, you know, that's one of those situations where somebody was critical of me, that somebody wasn't. I don't feel like that situation was manipulative. I don't feel like that was brainwashed. Like I will for the rest of my life always make, you know, a very, very stable income and live at a certain level because of that conversation. It pivoted me, and without it, I couldn't even tell you where I would have been. Like, I can't even tell you who I would have been with. I couldn't even tell you the person that I am today. So that for me is not toxic. I am the result of, you know, somebody doing something and it changing my life completely for the rest of my life. Where, you know, like I've met people that got married at like 20, 21 to somebody older than them, because that person was older than me. Got married to somebody older than them, and they're stuck in time. Like they don't even know like how to support themselves because they were with somebody older and then it didn't work out, and then this, that, and the third. Like they're just not stable. That I feel like is toxic. When you get into a situation and the person, like, instead of pushing you up, they push you down and they kind of like cripple you. Like they make you dependent. I feel like I was forced to be independent, which, you know, that's a very, very thin line. I don't know, there's gonna be a lot of mixed opinions, I feel like. But that's my video on toxicity, toxic relationships. I've been in tons of toxic relationships, as far as like people just not having work ethic, people getting physical, people getting like way, way, way too emotionally deep, like, which I get, you know. I was definitely, you know, a rowdy ass person, probably 18 to 20. But after around 21, 22, I just like, you know, I started making money. I didn't have anything to like fight about. I didn't have anything that I wanted to get physical about. Like I just was very like, okay, like, but like I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm just gonna work. Like I'm gonna be over here. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you like more of these talks and more of like just my opinions on things, comment them down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.